Everybody, and if you're looking out your window right now, you're seeing lots of clouds and even isolated showers. Those are going to continue over the next several days. We can zoom in here. We can see the rainfall we were dealing with here earlier this morning. That has moved further north towards Raleigh, but for us right now, we're staying pretty calm and quiet. We are watching this area of showers and some thunderstorms here developing around Myrtle Beach. That will start to move towards our neck of the woods over the next several hours here later on. As we transition here to the tropics, though, very active out there in the Atlantic. We can see Brett here, our second named storm of the season, and 93L right behind it, possibly going to be Cindy here over the next several days. But we'll watch Brett. It's forecasted to become the first hurricane of the hurricane season here, but as it moves into the Caribbean, we should see that wind shear start picking up and should tear this apart. So we're not really worried about Brett right now here in the Carolinas. We are. Good morning, I'm just going to restart. 3, 2. Happy Tuesday, everybody. And if you're looking out your window right now, you're seeing lots of clouds and even isolated showers. Those are going to continue over the next several days. We can zoom in here. We can see the rainfall we were dealing with here earlier this morning. That has moved further north towards Raleigh, but for us right now, we're staying pretty calm and quiet. We are watching this area of showers and some thunderstorms here developing around Myrtle Beach. That will start to move towards our neck of the woods over the next several hours here later on this afternoon. We'll check that out with Futurecast later on in the segment here. 78 degrees currently, 72 the dew point. We're mostly cloudy out there, but it is definitely air you can wear. Very muggy start to the day here, and that's only going to continue. Temperatures are below average, though, because of the rainfall and clouds. 82, low 80s further inland, upper 70s towards the coast. Very similar situation further south. 82 here at Bolton, 83 Calabash, 81 at North Myrtle Beach. So very similar situation that we've been dealing with, and we're going to continue to deal with these types of temperatures because of that rain continuing over the next several days. You can see the upper level low pattern here sticking with us here, this low pressure over the southeast, and that brings the southerly flow because of the counterclockwise flow around that low pressure. So that stays with us here over the next several days. So that means the rain chances, the mugginess is going to stick with us here over the next several days as well, until we head about the weekend when that low pressure starts moving away. You can see with our Futurecast, though, for this afternoon, we are seeing mostly cloudy skies and scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing. Even overnight, you can see maybe even a greater coverage of these showers and thunderstorms as we head through to early Wednesday morning, and that's just going to continue. More cloudy skies for Wednesday, and then those showers and thunderstorms heading in overnight as well. So just multiple rounds that we're going to be dealing with. How much rainfall, though? Probably 1 to 3 inches widespread here through Sunday for most of the area. So definitely a very good soaking on top of the rain that we've already had. So in this type of setup, we do have the possibility to have some training set up where cells move over the same areas again and again and again, and that could cause some flash flooding. So we'll be watching that potential as we head through the next several days. It's a very tropical feel, and speaking of the tropics, we got Brett and 93L out here that the National Hurricane Center is watching. Brett being the newest named tropical storm of our season here, and you can see it could become our first hurricane of the season as it heads towards the Lesser Antilles here. But as it heads into the Caribbean, we do expect shear to pick up, and that means those winds will be dissipating this storm as it heads further into the Caribbean. So we don't really have to worry about Brett. We are going to watch this system behind it, though. About a 70 to 80% chance of developing over the next several days, the National Hurricane Center gives it. And according to the computer models, continuing the same sort of path that Brett took, but they do start to shift towards the north and hopefully heading more out to sea as it gets towards the islands there. So hopefully nothing that we're going to have to worry about here. Next named storm would be Cindy, so we'll watch that here over the next several days. 7-day forecast, though, it's all the same here over the next several days. For the start of summer on Wednesday, we are seeing mostly scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout most of the day. That continues over the next several days into Thursday and Friday. Those temperatures remain below average here, average being 88. So we stay below average over the next several days here, 84, 85, 85 again. But we do start to see some clearing trends by later on in the weekend, but still, it's summertime, so we can't rule out a stray shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon as we head towards later on Sunday and early next week as well. But those temperatures will start rising as we head towards middle of next week, back to the normal range, probably near 90 as we head towards Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. And again, we're having to talk about these Canadian wildfires as the smoke has, again, in the upper atmosphere traveled through and across our state. Heading into our northern counties, we want to make sure we do have an air quality alert here. We want to make sure everyone who is having respiratory issues, or if you always have had respiratory issues, make sure you stay precautionary here in our northern counties and just stay aware that this is a situation we're continuing to deal with. That hazy sunshine continuing here at the beach. Wonderful day to get to the beach here. Already 83 degrees here this morning, 66 the dew point. Those temperatures are only going to continue to rise over the next several hours. As you can see, low 90s continuing to be the deal here across much of the area. By the beaches, probably upper 80s with a nice northerly breeze there, but again, low 90s here across much of the viewing area. Dry skies as well. If you're heading to the beach though, make sure you get the sunscreen handy, as we do have UV index values that are in the extreme category, meaning you could burn in less than 15 minutes if you don't have any sort of protection on. Again, we also want to highlight the rip current risk here. We've been seeing a lot of these incidents over the past several weeks where people get swept up by these rip currents. We want to make sure you're heeding the yellow flags out there. Moderate risk for everyone. So if you're not a great swimmer, make sure you stay out of the water waist deep and below. You can see here with our rain chances though, nothing to deter the beach day here for the next several days. We do start seeing rain chances ramp up as we head towards Sunday and Monday, because that's when our humidity starts building incredibly. You can see the humid category here over the next several days, but once we start getting to that sticky and oppressive category here Sunday and Monday, that's when the atmosphere will just have enough energy to be able to create some thunderstorms in the afternoon. So we're going to be watching that potential as we head towards the 4th of July. In terms of the tropics though, Sydney trying to make a comeback here east of Bermuda should continue to stay out to sea. So nothing of consequence to us other than maybe some rip current risks over the next several days. You can see with our 7-day forecast though, those high temperatures, we were doing really well staying away from these 90-degree days. Not anymore though. Low 90s throughout the remainder of the week. We do start seeing rain chances pick up, but those temperatures